NetSuite roles and permissions. Administrators are responsible for managing the users and the roles assigned to those users and may wonder, do I use roles to ensure data security in the NetSuite account? What defines a role? How does a role impact the user's interaction with NetSuite? If I have a OneWorld account, are there additional considerations related to working with multiple subsidiaries? How can the administrator track the role usage or even audit a specific user's use of NetSuite? After completing this module, you should be able to identify NetSuite standard roles, permissions, and centers, distinguish the layers of security on a role, show role differences, use roles in a OneWorld account, consider global permissions, use the login audit trail. Looking at the graphic, your business is at the center of the NetSuite account. Functional areas and roles are the outer rings. Not everybody in your company should see everything in the account. Data security is anchored in the defined user access based on the components of a user's role and their permissions. A role is a defined set of configured permissions assigned to each user. A user is any individual with access to your NetSuite account. A user may be an employee, customer, partner, or a vendor. Centers control navigation. A role is assigned a center, providing navigation paths for the role. It is important to note that users may have more than one assigned role. One user equals one NetSuite license seat, regardless of the number of assigned roles. NetSuite provisions your account with a standard set of roles. In this module, we talk about standard roles, but the NetSuite leading practice is to create and assign custom roles to your users. Custom roles are based on standard roles and will be covered in another module. A role is the configured access assigned to users consisting of a set of assigned permissions, an access level granted for each permission, defined restrictions added to modify permissions. A set of permissions exists in your NetSuite account. These permissions are at the very center of governing and defining the user's access and view of the account data. An access level is defined for each assigned permission. View level is read-only access of records. Create allows a user to create a new record and view existing records. Edit allows users to create a new record, view an existing record, and edit an existing record. The full level is access that should be tightly controlled. Full level allows a user to create, view, edit, and delete records. Please note that even if a user has full level access, they cannot delete a record that has any history or child records. Each assigned permission is going to be assigned one of these access levels. Security layers are applied to a role and govern the user's interaction with the account data. Consider the example of a salesperson or sales rep type of role. The sales role is working with sales orders, so we assign the permission to edit sales orders. We modify the permission with a restriction so that they can only edit their own sales orders. We may need to open some fields for the role to access. A good example might be a sales manager being able to assign any sales rep to a customer, even if the rep is on another team. We can assign a custom form to a role, providing a specific view of the data. For example, create a custom form to view a customer record and assign the form to all sales roles. Role-specific centers also guide account access. A center is a collection of tab pages specific to the role. The tab pages optimize navigation for the user and role while respecting defined role permissions. Navigation does not add or allow additional permissions. The simple graphic shows examples of different centers and the collection of tab pages. The administrator works in the classic interface. Between activities and reports are transactions and lists. The Finance Center has terminology more relevant to finance roles. Instead of transactions and lists are customers, vendors, payroll, and HR financial. What's between activities and reports looks a little bit different. The Shipping Center includes both shipping and receiving, as well as inventory. The Sales Center has terminology familiar to a sales role, referencing leads, opportunities, customers, and forecast. Any role can elect to use the classic interface by updating their user preferences. Navigate to Home, Set Preference, Centers and Dashboard section, and select Use Classic Interface. Please note, if you are using the administrator role, you do not see this option since you are already in the classic interface. This is a portion of the Help topic, NetSuite Standard Centers. View the Help topic to see a table displaying the center, the associated standard roles, and the displayed tabs or pages. There are common pages available to all centers. Home, which is usually the landing page after login. Activities, providing access to an interactive calendar. Documents, or your file cabinet, where you store documents, images, and other media. Setup, provides access to a defined view of the Setup Manager. The administrator has complete access to the Setup Manager. Other roles may have a diminished access. Navigate to Setup, User Roles, Manage Roles. The list of roles is based on provisioning of the account. Open filters to set the style of normal, grid, or report. The available options for export are CSV, Excel, PDF, and print. Show Inactives displays a column to select the inactive checkbox for a standard role that will be not used in this account. The list can be sorted by the column headings, such as name. Each listed role identifies if it is a custom or a standard and the assigned center type. Note that the administrator role is available for customizing. It is a global role, meaning that the role has access across all areas of the provision account. For this reason, customizing the role is not allowed. A more specific role or a local administrator, such as a marketing administrator, a sales administrator, or system administrator, is available for customizing. Starting at this page, either view the configuration of a standard role or click Customize to begin creating a custom role. Before creating custom roles, get familiar with your roles and their differences. To compare roles, navigate to Setup, User Roles, Show Role Differences. This is used to view and compare permission differences between roles before creating or customizing a role. First, select the base role and then compare to a role or roles. The compare to is a multi-select, allowing you to select all the roles you want by using the control key. For example, select the base role of accountant and compare to accounting reviewer and bookkeeper. On the right-hand side, only show differences is as selected by default. If that checkbox is cleared, it will show common permissions as well as differences. Leave the boxes checked. Click Show, and the Role Differences page appears. The list can be exported either as a CSV or an Excel file. You may want to share this list with other people who normally would not have access to this view. The differences are identified by category, list, reports, transactions, and setup. You may also see roles by custom record. Permissions are identified for each role, with corresponding access levels such as none, view, edit, and full. Look at each permission and the access level under each role name to understand how each role works with the account data. For example, the difference between viewing and editing data. The show role differences can be run as often as you like. The administrator navigates to Setup, User Roles, Manage Roles to view the provisioned roles. This is the starting point for customizing roles. Export options are available. This list can be sorted on the column headings. The list does contain the administrator role. The administrator role has complete access and control over the account. Due to this global access, the role cannot be customized. A specific or localized administrator role, such as system administrator, may be customized. This type of role has fewer permissions than the administrator role. As a leading practice, have a second or backup full administrator in place. If the primary administrator suddenly leaves the company, you would need a new administrator. Without a backup administrator in place, additional paperwork and legal review is required. Contact support to assign a backup administrator. Navigate to Setup, User Roles, Show Role Differences. View and compare differences in permissions between roles. Review similar roles before creating or customizing a role. Select a base role, then select one or more roles to compare with the base role. Review the results and export if required. One-world accounts allow managing multiple legal entities in a single NetSuite account. Employees are provided NetSuite access through assigned roles. By default, roles, standard and custom, have no assigned subsidiaries. If the employee's assigned role has no defined subsidiaries, then the subsidiary on the employee record is used to control the employee's access. Transactions cannot be entered for an employee unless a subsidiary is assigned. The employee can access only information associated with either their employee subsidiary or the subsidiary or subsidiaries of their assigned role or roles. Why is this important to understand? Consider the employee who is assigned CFO. The CFO needs to work across all subsidiaries. What needs to be done? If an employee needs access to multiple subsidiaries, create a custom role and select the required subsidiaries and assign the role to the employee. This will give the employee access to the multiple subsidiaries. To allow a CFO to work across subsidiaries, create a custom CFO role with multiple defined subsidiaries. Then assign this role to the employee who is the CFO. The CFO will be able to work across subsidiaries. The level of access will still be restricted to the assigned permissions and level of access associated with the role. If the new subsidiary is added to the account, custom roles must be updated accordingly. The subsidiary field on a role record does not use the concept of include children. Each subsidiary must be selected. Global permissions are useful for temporary or unique conditions. Administrators assign global permissions on an employee record. Each global permission applies across all the assigned roles. Enable global permissions from the Employees tab of Enable Features. Select the checkbox to enable the assigning of permissions directly to the employee and all of their assigned roles. When this feature is enabled, a Global Permission subtab is available on the Access sublist of each employee record. The leading practice is to use global permissions to handle exceptions. A common use for global permissions is the need to have one person cover a task for another person that is on vacation. Another use case can facilitate the creation and publishing of dashboards by the administrator. The administrator can track the activity of all account users by accessing the Login Audit Trail. Define a search to view a list of results showing activity by your users. Information can include a date and time stamp, email address used to access the account, user's name, role used, and the IP address. Results can be drilled down into for more details. We will examine this in a later module and talk about security challenges. Review the NetSuite standard roles and use as templates to create custom roles. Identify role differences. Grant another employee the administrator role to act as the backup administrator. If you have only one administrator and they leave, you will have to contact support. Legal review and paperwork will be required. Consider the use of global permissions. Utilize the Login Audit Trail. Prepare for creating custom roles. Review these additional resources found in the Help Center and Suite Answers. Familiarize yourself with the different access as provided by different roles. Allow 5 minutes. This concludes the module on NetSuite roles and permissions.